Hey guys, this is Primeval back with part 6 of my Thursday night multi-session games. This is our Huns playthrough. At the end of the last episode, it looks like we were going to lose one of our cities to the Americans. And so we're just waiting for the last player here. It's just Arabia that we're waiting for. And they're actually just down to 2 cities, so we could have them AI controlled if no one wants to step in. They have gone through quite a few leaders here, so they haven't been faring too well as a result. So if no one jumps in the next couple minutes, we will go forward with Arabia as AI controlled. They have gone through quite a Alright, so we have Rusky, who is known on YouTube as DPS Bot, a regular face on my live stream chats, so I'm happy to have him here. Now, unfortunately, he is from Australia, and his ping to me is a little on the high side, and it's getting close to 300 milliseconds with JL109. So if there's a lot of lag, we might go and switch him out for another sub or for the AI, since Arabia is just down to the 2 cities. On the other hand, Germany is down to just 1 city, so can he fix it is sticking it out, even though his chances of winning probably aren't great, but so long as he's having a good time, wheeling and dealing, maybe hoping that it will go and nuke ourselves into oblivion, and then the German civilization can pick things up from the ashes. Anyways, we'll see how this all goes. Now, I do assume, since I did play back my live stream volume, that all of that is working, but if I could get 1 or 2 people from the chat to say hello, and that everything is coming through loud and clear, as usual, that would make me feel a bit better. It would also let me know that the chat is working, so I know that compared to Twitch, the YouTube live chat doesn't seem to be quite as reliable. But here we are. Perhaps for my next live stream series, I will switch that over to Twitch and then save a offline copy for YouTube. I'll have the added benefit of not having these extended periods of waiting while we wait for all of our fellow players to show up, which is probably a little annoying for you guys on the archive who have to skip ahead. Anyways, we're just waiting for the save to load up here. Alright, thanks to Winther and ProLinks for letting me know that the stream is coming through loud and clear. Although, what's happening here? It is lagging behind by quite a bit. And this is quite the long loading screen here. I think for my next multi-session game, I don't know if I'll start it up right after this one ends, but for the next game, I would like to have someone else host, since I think with streaming and all the rest, it is slowing my system down quite a bit, and the host, as you would expect, does a lot of the processing for the game. So, even though I did save the game right at the end of the turn, it seems like we are replaying some things here, which might be to the annoyance of the Americans, since they were quite happy to have knocked down Springfield to half health. But they can do that all again if they want, so they aren't missing out on too much. We do need to keep an eye on what's going on over at Songhai. All this doesn't look too healthy. And we do need to catch ourselves up as to what's going on here. We just rigged some elections in Hong Kong, is that right? Got a little influence. If we get more gold, we can toss some money at that. Now, losing Springfield will be bad, and we will most likely lose that since there is this line of artillery here. But we went to war with Arabia mostly because they declared war on us, and also, very importantly, to get access to all of this coal. But we've built all of our factories, so losing the coal won't be as much of a disaster here. We're going to go and change all of these cities over to Great War Bombers. Promote some units. What do we want here? we're gonna go and grab interception or air sweeping. Let's go and grab the air sweep. And do I need range here? A range 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's grab range on that then. And, well, we'll actually go and station this guy in Songhai. That'll be more useful. And perhaps for safety's sake, we could go and drop a Great War Infantry here, fortify, and yeah, next turn we could lose Springfield since the artillery can bring it down. He's got this Great War Infantry sitting right there. We could go decisive victory that. Perhaps I will. But then I do run the risk. Do I want to spend a Great General? No, because the Americans have a Great General right there. They just flip that back. So that's definitely a bad idea. But I also don't want to move my Great General from the cell because that means the Americans can drop the citadel here, which actually wouldn't be the end of the world. So let's pull that guy back to safety. And we don't need all of these workers since we won't be able to hold on to the Arabian cities for too long. But just in case, I will go bring a few more reinforcements to Springfield. We don't want to give JL too easy a time here. So read Warren. The Americans did declare war on us. I wonder if one of them will take peace, and if they do, I'll definitely honor that peace and then go to war with anyone who whoever's not made peace with me. But I don't know if they'll actually go for that. I certainly would appreciate that, and it might be in their best interest to go and do that, since they can then take the time to concentrate on getting their science and production up. But as it is, we'll have to deal with our current game state. And maybe I should sell some buildings in Springfield. I don't know if I'll be able to hold on to it for too much longer. Don't want to sell any hazardous buildings here. We could sell the public school or employ the public school. Let's at least do that, get some more science rolling in while we still have that. Probably makes more sense to sell the public school though. Alright, let's do that. Fine. Sell the public school. We'll slowly start selling all this stuff down. Change production here over to wealth. Otherwise, we're good. And we are facing a spot of lag here. Some enemy is near. Grab that and pull back, and hopefully we won't lose anything else. What I want to do here, that all looks fine. And should I pull back up here? Yeah, that's not going to be great. Barrage 3. Okay, I'm not going to be able to kill this Great War Infantry this turn, especially since he's got a tile that he can pillage. So, it looks like it's going to be time to sell the university. Time to pull back. Yeah, we're definitely losing Springfield next turn. So let's go and start with a retreat here. How much do I want to defend these Arabian holds? Well, retaking the city is also always an option. Fortify here, pull this guy out. Put you on alert, and drop our great generals in over here. And don't need all of these workers, especially since I don't know how long I'll be able to hold on to the American, or the former Arabian cities, and potentially future American cities. Meanwhile, Suhar is in some trouble here. We'll fortify that. We did lose that Great War infantry, which definitely was not ideal. Okay, we could go and either take down some of these frigates or some of these artillery. Shoot that there. It's a lot of damage. Suhar is not looking too safe here. Okay, choosing research. Got plastics. We'll go over to atomic theory. And this worker does have some stuff to improve for me. We'll go and put up some more improvements by Batiras. So we probably have enough people over by Springfield. We just hooked up the oil, that's good. We may as well hook up the cotton. Alright, so all this looks fine. And hopefully we'll be able to pull off dropping a citadel here and stealing that spot. Excellent. Alright, let's just knock down some of this artillery. We'll protect our city a little longer. And there goes Springfield. Take logistics here. And do I want to let them walk back in? I could get a kill here. We'll just leave that there for now. And I do need to go and see what the Arabians are up to. Okay, that looks fine. A bunch of our deals with Germany have ended. Shadowy Shadow, thanks for tuning in. It's the first time he's caught the stream, apparently. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Okay, deal some damage, run away. Caravan. crossbow destroyed. Cavalry, well, heal. Fortify, okay, so there's a citadel dropped. We don't really want to be standing within range of that, so we'll have to pull back. Pull over to here. And we can go and drop our Great General forward and maybe steal the citadel back next turn. Okay, so a little more land stolen. And that citadel is not going to last for much longer. But it'll at least deal damage to these units this turn. Alright, when are my Great War bombers coming online? I've got one coming next turn, and we've got another queued up after that, so that's fine. Springfield wants wealth. And do I want to sell any of this stuff? No, we can keep all that around. Well, let's actually go and build a wall. That might not be a half bad idea. Okay, so America wants peace, but I'm assuming that's something they offered right after we captured Springfield. I would be happy to take peace with them, but I think they really want Springfield, so they probably aren't really interested in that offer anymore. But just in case, we'll go and offer a white peace. If they take it, we'll go and reposition our army to deal with the Songhai, since they do have quite a serious army at our doorstep here. We do have all of this vision thanks to the air recon of this fighter. So Nordoba asks what the advantage of going triplanes is rather than bombers. The reason I was building triplanes first is I wanted to have them ready to counteract bombers. I wasn't sure how far along the other people were, but it seems like I've been the first to get an air force online, so I'm pumping mostly bombers. I do want a couple of triplanes though to counteract their bombers once those are online. So the Americans want Springfield, and I don't think I really want to give that to them, so I'll go and reject that. And otherwise, I think we're fine here. Great War bombers are better because they deal more damage, and triplanes are only useful because they deal with other airplanes. So actually building the two fighters or triplanes first was not the best move. Songhai is definitely in trouble here. Okay, there's some damage done. We should probably pull away with this triplane. I'm not eager to lose it, and that also means I should pull back with this cavalry unit. Songhai doesn't look terribly safe here. Got a Great War bomber. We go and grab and targeting, bombardment, and rebase to Batiras. Alright, so we want to trade my rifle for this rifle. It's not actually very safe since he would be picked off by these artillery. Just fortify there. Fortify all of these guys. And we should be safe here for this turn anyways. Next turn, however, is another story. Oh. Well, that's too bad. How do they move through the swamp? Is that a special ability of the Americans? Oh well. We lost a Great War infantry unnecessarily there. I was hoping that swamp would offer me an extra turn of protection, but perhaps the Americans have a special ability that I've forgotten about. Alright, so now the Americans want peace again, and I'm happy to take that. So let's start pulling these guys back. This looks fairly safe. And we've got this caravan. What do I want to do with this? Production to... Oh no, the Americans didn't actually mean for peace. Or maybe they offered peace after they retook Springfield, and then I took Springfield and they accepted their deal, so that's kind of frustrating for them. Oops. Sorry, America. I guess you'll have to wait 10 turns. Bad luck for Jalen there, and good luck for me. A little mistake on their part. But we need all the mistakes we can get, since the Songhai army is bearing down on us pretty hard here. Okay, so starting city is Attila's court. Let's go and send production to Savannah. Trying to get some of these airplanes out a little sooner. Otherwise, this looks fine. Suhar is definitely in trouble here. We'll go and sell the public school. And otherwise, there's not a whole lot I can do here. We'll change this over to wealth generation. I bet America is really mad right now. I always hate misclicks and unintentional consequences. Okay, what sort of damage can we do here? A little damage there. We'll also go and sell this factory. Hopefully that established. We went and killed an Arabian spy, not bad. Our guy wants a promotion there. Meanwhile, it looks like Songhai is done for. I suppose with the Great War bombers, probably better to use that on the city. How much damage can we do with the Great War bomber? Go and trade that back and forth. Pull back slightly here. Alright, we'll wait until we get some more units into position. Leave a few guys back here. We can take cover and fortify until healed. Meanwhile, we do have excess happiness. Which one of these Arabian cities has the most production? Mecca. Alright, let's go and annex the city. We definitely have a bunch of lag here. We'll go to production focus and change production, start pumping out. We do have a production bonus for Malay units, so let's go and grab ourselves some infantry here. At least I think we do. I'm forgetting now. Ideology. Okay, so did we open honor here? Yes, so we should get the 15% production boost for Malay units, but that doesn't seem to be showing up here. Perhaps then I might rather have a bomber. Springfield has finished its... Well, fine, we'll go back to building the wall. Go and hide you in Attila's court. You're in no position to do any damage with those few hit points. If you heal up. And with this worker, let's go and drop down a farm. Fortify here. Fortify and drop in this way. Okay, all of this seems fine. You can put up a mine, and the triplane will go and heal. Go and send production to Savannah, that's fine. Back to Q. Another Great War bomber. Although, I don't have enough oil for much more, so let's go and switch this over. We'll build all of our bombers in the capital when we have the 3 experience granting buildings. We'll go grab an infantry unit here. And I am playing kind of slowly because there is a bit of lag. Okay, otherwise, this seems fine. Our Great War Bomber only took 10 hit points of damage attacking Songhai, so we might be able to take that, assuming a flood of units don't come through here. The Songhai did take the Foreign Legion tenant, and so they do have a whole bunch of free Foreign Legions that are going to be flooding into my land soon. So I do need to get the reinforcements back home. So Colin's saying that I should go and Citadel bomb America here. And that is definitely a good plan. I don't want to make them mad. Don't want them to declare war on me right away. And so I do have some time before I take such aggressive action. Let's go grab some walls here, since Batiraz is now our new border city. And let's get all these guys back over to the new front line. But just for safety's sake, we'll go and drop a musket there. Everything else looks fine though. Okay, with this Great War Bomber, it's 42 damage here, 46. Let's take that guy down a little. Okay, that's fine. And what's the range of this Great War Bomber? I could go and hit this cavalry unit. I'll go and base him at Batiros. So Colin doesn't think that the Americans are going to give up on their war. As soon as the 10 turns expires, they're going to come and attack us. So the thing is that I can wait the full 10 turns until I Citadel mob him. The only risk is that I'll forget. Or I suppose he can drop Citadel as well, but that's not actually a good idea for him, because then I'll have 2 Citadels to steal. So we'll see if he withdraws his forces. If he does, then maybe we won't Citadel bomb, but if he doesn't, then we will do exactly as the Songhai suggests, or as Colin suggests. He's also suggesting that we try to make peace with the Songhai, which is an option. Let's see if they'll take peace. And in fact, we could do some luxury trading as well. Add to queue. One more Great War Bomber that uses up the last of my oil here. Do I have any other oil that I can hook up? No, not really. Unfortunately, I did lose this oil when I lost to Suhar. I do have some gold though from all that city swapping, which means that I might be able to give some gold to a city-state that has oil. Ragusa I'm at war with. Sydney I'm at war with. Belgrade, I could pay them to improve their oil. Let's see now. Oh, that's oil that's not even in their borders yet. Okay, so I can't pay them for that. Now, if I really want this oil back, I can go and use one of my great generals to pull that back into my territory. And we do have the happiness here. We could go and annex either Baghdad or Damascus, but they are building banks, which I do want. Alright, we'll let them continue that for now. Looks like the Arabians are going to go and settle another city there. We have a policy we can adopt, and I guess I will do that while we wait to see what the Songhai are doing. They are winning all of the fast moves against us, so I'm not in any hurry. I'd rather be reactionary in that case, since I won't be able to beat them to anything. Alright, so what social policy do I want here? I grab something in the ideology department. Patriotic War would give me a combat strike bonus. That's not really worth it. I don't have much gold to take advantage of skyscrapers. I don't really need great people at the moment. Twice as likely to capture enemy spies. Not that big of a deal. We can get some happiness here of our workshops and factories. Do I need more happiness, or is there something else I'd rather grab? Now I'll probably try to work my way towards level 3 tenants, so we'll grab something in the ideology. And Colin is pointing out that we can go and make peace with Sydney, since we did make peace with America, even though that's not actually what they wanted. Got a policy we can adopt. We got some reinforcements we can go and bring to Batiras. Fortify there. And with this triplane, should I take this guy out? Yes, why not? Ooh, he survived with 2 hit points. That's kind of silly. Okay, we could go and knock down some of these artillery, but they don't have any targets right now. Let's just go and knock on that cavalry unit. Now I wonder, does the Patriotic War apply to aircraft? I could take it and find out. Because that would boost their effectiveness a bit. Now what have we here? I've got triplanes. That means our own triplanes will need to go and do some air sweeps. Of course, this triplane just arrived, so he's not able to do any air sweeps yet. I guess we may as well kill this foreign legion. America and Arabia have signed a research agreement. And let's go and grab... I will need the happiness eventually. So fine, we'll grab young pioneers here. And there's that lag I was telling you about. Oh well, we'll deal with it. We're up to 17 happiness now, so annexing Baghdad won't be a problem. Or Damascus. Let's go and annex the city now. I'm going to switch this over to production focus. Finishing the bank would be nice. And let's go bring those Great War infantry over to our Hunnic front. It really doesn't look like the Americans want to take peace here. So we will go and Citadel bomb that. Okay, so this guy, we can go grab air sweep. Have him heal for now. Great War bombers want to wait since there is that fighter there. Triplane. Go and air sweep this tile. Attack enemy triplane. No resistance. Hopefully that's enough to finish off that foreign legion. Excellent. These guys can just stand back here. and shoot when anyone comes into range. Fortify. Wait there. And what else do I want to hook up? Oh, this seems fine. Getting the oil would be nice. Colin's also suggesting that we go honor, which is a good idea. Finishing off honor would get us the gold bonus from destroying enemy units, and it looks like it's going to be all war from now on, so we will be killing a lot of units, hopefully. Hopefully the equalizer will be nukes, and we will have uranium in our territory. Suppose we may as well drop some units into the citadel as well. Okay, so we can take some promotions here. Let's go grab air sweep bonuses there. And with this Great War Bomber, do I want air repair? Yes, I do. Air repair will let these guys attack non-stop. Now with these triplanes, the last time I performed an air sweep I did take a lot of damage. So I think, can I risk doing another air sweep here? I really don't want to lose a plane. This triplane should already be damaged though. Let's see, can I actually see how much damage he's taken? No, okay, we're gonna go and risk an air sweep because I don't want my Great War Bombers to sit around doing nothing. Alright, so we did deal some damage there. We also took a bunch of damage on the triplane. We'll have this guy heal up, and then our Great War Bombers will go do a bunch of damage. You can go deal damage here. The lag is pretty bad. So maybe we might have Arabia play the AI. We'll see if having DPS bot leave will fix some of these lag issues. It could just be the demands on my PC for streaming as well that's causing the trouble. Okay, these guys may as well swap positions. Alright, so that's all done. We do have reinforcements over by Batiras now. We are dealing some damage to this one triplane, but at the expense of hit points on our own triplanes. I do need to get a unit with medic here, so let's go and build ourselves infantry. Add to queue. Some more infantry here. Alright, so Arabia will now be AI controlled and no one's allowed to trade with them. Okay, what kind of damage can we do here? Still some pretty heavy lag, so maybe it wasn't Risky's fault after all. Pop that on alert. Got a new unit here for one of our military city-states, Belgrade. It's nice. I'm gonna grab rough terrain bonus and drop them over at our border with America for the inevitable war there. Got a Great War bomber. If I want him to do anything, I'll have to send this triplane to do an air sweep. Hopefully he won't die on us here. Okay, we did some damage to that triplane. Grab a bomber with damage bonus. And DPS Bot is making the good suggestion that I should establish all the rules beforehand, all of our host rules. But I did want to keep host rules to a minimum here. And I wasn't planning to have the AI play any of the other civs, but if we do make these multiplayer live streams a regular thing, I will have to come up with a good set of rules so we won't run into any of these mid-game decisions or ambiguities later. And Ruski, you'll be happy to know that we're still facing some pretty bad lag, so it certainly wasn't your fault. Now, if I want to keep on training airplanes, I should go and steal this oil back. Let's see. I got another triplane online there. I could drop the Citadel here, but that would be quite vulnerable if another great general came in. I could steal 2 Citadels there. How soon is it until my next great general? About 500 experience away. And I just have the 1 great general, is that right? Yeah, so using up my last great general will be risky since I won't be able to counter-steal any citadels. But the oil is going to be pretty important for us here. Alright, fine, let's do it. If we go up forward 1 more, we'll be within range attack of the city. And we'll also deal damage to approaching units. But it means I'll have to take damage on my Great War Infantry here from this citadel. We'll go and drop the citadel here. And I'll drop the Great War Infantry on the oil, which is what I really wanted to be defending here. To this court. Let's switch this over to another Great War Bomber. A triplane would be good as well. Let's go build a triplane in Savannah. Triplanes to deal with the Songhai's triplanes. There's a bank done. Go and pull up a triplane here, or a Gatling gun. Those will be useful for our war with America. Fortify here. I should probably pull back with this cavalry unit. I don't want him killed. Fortify. Whoa. Taking a lot of hits there from artillery and battleships. Triplanes. Air sweep. So he's got another triplane that could potentially deal a bunch of damage to me. Let's go and pull back here. A zone of control should stop anyone from rushing in. No, actually it won't. So our oil is in a bit of danger there. someone could rush in at the end of this turn and then pillage next turn. On the other hand, I won't have space for many more airplanes in Batiras. And with this Great War Bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it should be safe for me to go and use my Great War Bombers on that Foreign Legion. Alright, we're now friends with Hong Kong. That's nice. We've got a lot of excess happiness. And let's go and annex Damascus then. Maybe we can finish the bank a little sooner. Frigates and battleships dealing us a bunch of damage. Go here. These Great War Bombers turn on the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's within range of this fighter's air defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so I don't have anything for these guys to attack, unfortunately. And until I get another air sweep in, I don't want to lose those Great War Bombers. Which is fine, I'll give these guys a chance to heal up. Ah yes, that's right, Colin. The AI is set to Immortal. Okay, that battleship is doing a lot of damage to our infantry there. We'll give him the combat bonus from the Citadel. Fortify here. Arabia is, or rather, the Songhai are very close to us as far as tech goes, so we won't be able to roll them with a superior army, and they have superior production. So our only hope is to leverage our slight tech lead into a extremely disruptive technology. Hopefully that'll be nuclear fission. Hopefully we have uranium. But getting over there is going to take quite a long time. Okay, assigning delegates, scholars, and residents. I don't really want to go for that. Banning porcelain. I don't think I have any porcelain. So I'm happy to go along with that one. So you heal up, fortify. Great War Bombers. Do I have any targets that are out of range of these triplanes? No, I'm going to need more triplanes to do some air sweeps. Add Q, let's go and grab ourselves. We are starting to run low on happiness. A factory would definitely be useful, I guess, with our current policy timer at 35 turns. Unless we get a major boost of culture somewhere, we can count out seeing our next social policy for quite a while. We do have a great scientist coming in 4 turns. So if I really wanted to find out where the uranium is, I could go and bulb him. Because that'll really influence my future plans. Without uranium, we'll have to come up with a new plan. I'm not sure what that plan will be. Maybe it'll be doing our best to convince America that we're not the #1 threat here. And that cavalry unit is now out of range of the safety of these triplanes. And yes, Colin, a turn timer would be nice in future games. My apologies to everyone who's sitting around waiting for the turns to tick by. And this does happen in a real game, even with the turn timer. By this stage of the game, we probably have 2 minutes or even 3 minutes on the clock, so the turn timer might not necessarily speed things up by too much, but it's certainly an option for the next game. Scholars in Residence is now active. Luxury ban. This guy is probably about to die. Hopefully he can hide somewhere. Got 3 triplanes. I need another triplane of my own. Great War Bomber. Can't rebase to Batiras because we're at our limit there. If we had airports, we could get a few more units, 4 more in fact, but we're nowhere near that tech. Let's go grab, we're definitely going to need range here. Range of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 2 could make him relevant, so I'm just going to go grab range. Could deal damage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's do that. Get a free kill. And let's go grab ourselves an infantry unit, and then after that, we do have some breathing room. We'll queue up a research lab for now. Here we can go and grab air repair or range and pull back. Let's grab air repair. And making a proposal. Let's go and repeal. Do I have any gold in my territory? I don't think so. In fact, I think that was one of my resolutions. Scholars in Residence is fine, even though I am the tech leader. I was the tech leader. I will definitely take advantage of Scholars in Residence, though, when I run up this sideline here. I know that the Songhai have gone over towards battleships, so that's just electronics, but they definitely have dynamite, they probably have railroads. So I will benefit, at least in the short term, from scholars and residents. I don't need to, well, maybe I will propose repealing that, since by the time that goes through, hopefully I'll have retaken the tech lead. Great War Bombers, how much damage do I take from a triplane? Is it worth trying this here? I do want to get some experience, so let's try that. Hopefully it won't be destroyed. It died. Alright, so that was a bad idea. We won't do that again. But it does mean that our 2 triplanes here can go and air sweep the remaining guys. And 42. May as well get a kill there. We didn't do the full damage. Oh well. And what's the range on this battleship? It should be 4 plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move this infantry out of range of that. And where can I move this Great War Bomber to? We'll go to Damascus. This worker, I suppose we could build some roads, or go toss a lumber mill up into that forest. Promotion, let's go and grab open terrain. Fortify heal. The Americans have built the Eiffel Tower. As a bank done, let's go and grab ourselves a Lancer, in case we need to retake Springfield again. Great War Bombers. Okay, so now the Songhai have 4 triplanes. We're going to need a whole bunch of our own triplanes. We'll swap some of these guys around then. Since America doesn't appear to have any triplanes, our Great War Bombers will be more effective to the north. One, two, three, four, 5. This guy does appear to be out of range. It's possible that some of his triplanes might have range, but so far I haven't seen anything that suggests that they do. So let's try this. And that all worked out. We didn't lose anyone. Alright, our peace treaty with America has expired. Hopefully they will realize that the Songhai are the bigger threat and not declare war right away. Or they could declare war right away, that's also fine. Okay, what do I want to do down here? Keep doing damage to units that are outside of the protection of these triplanes. Walk into the city to up its combat strength. Deal some damage there. Caravans. If I do want some money, are there any caravans that get me money here? I could have a bunch of naval trade routes. Damascus to Belgrade, Mecca, Baghdad, Springfield. Well, let's try that then, since I would like to stay in the gold. Ah yes, thanks for the suggestion there to target this Great War Bomber column. There is the lag. So our triplane is repaired. We could go and send him another air sweep. He's pulled his units back into the protective range of these triplanes. Court, research lab, and then a triplane. I have to keep here. Let's go and grab ourselves a Lancer. Push for it here. How much would it cost to upgrade this guy to a rifle? 110. That's not really worth it. Our Great War bombers have a range of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't hit this other artillery, unfortunately. Hello. Do you need it right now?
No, I wanted to eat the fries.
Alright, so I've lost my second monitor, and we'll probably end this episode soonish. So there will be no more hints from the chat for me. Black Heroes is in trouble. We're sort of back into the same state we were at the end of the last episode, but we are now 4 turns away from finding out if we have uranium, and we also have a great scientist who I can use to find out immediately if we do have any of that good stuff. So with this guy, let's go grab Shock, Medic, and hang out by Batu Ras. 5 triplanes. The Songhai have assumed some semblance of air superiority here. Let's go and grab air repair. Pull over to Savannah. Here we're going to grab rough terrain, FFA, orc bombers. I'm going to take out these artillery, which are the main threat to the city. And the Americans are still building a bunch of wonders. Okay, so I think next turn will be the last turn. Can I deal damage here? Not without taking a whole bunch of damage myself. Alright, so do I want to find out about the uranium? Let's actually wait on that. We use our great scientists to push ourselves up towards atomic theory. And let's get some gold return by trading with Belgrade. Springfield, China, this guy should run away. Alright, trade 1 cavalry unit for an artillery there. Not the worst, you should fortify. And our Great War bombers have targets, just not a lot. Okay, peace with America, and he's willing to offer me 30 gold as a consolation prize. Alright, so we'll take that. That's fine. I could deal a bunch of damage with these Great War bombers, but I don't really need the distraction. If I don't take peace, he could continue churning out military and pushing that at me. He might still keep building military and attack me in 10 turns, but I would prefer to have only one enemy, so we'll see how long peace will last there. Great War infantry, these guys can hang out here for now. If these triplanes intercept, we'll have them on intercept since the Songhai do have air superiority now. That'll prevent their triplanes from doing any air attacks. Batiras is starting to take some hits here. I suppose then I can go and bring some of these Great War bombers back to deal with those artillery next turn. We'll save the Great Scientist for the next episode, and we're going to go change the turnover, and then I'll save the game since it seems like the save only brings us to the very start of the turn. So we'll game turnover, I'll save it, and then I'll see you guys next Thursday for part 7. Sorry if the turns have been a little slow. But that's the way these games go sometimes. Well, most of the time, really. When I do the offline recordings, there's the luxury of having me pause the recording while we wait for things to happen. I'm number 1 on soldiers now, so that's good. We're behind by 2% as far as techs go, and we're lagging by a good 62 hammers per turn behind Songhai. That's even after we've gone and annexed the 3 cities we've captured from the Arabians. Maybe once we get railways online we'll catch up. But at the moment we aren't in the strongest position. The Songhai definitely are doing better than we are. So it'll be interesting to see how we claw our way back. If the Americans continue to side with the Songhai, things will be quite difficult, and we'll definitely need to have uranium within our borders. If we don't have uranium, then it'll all depend on what we can do here over at Suhar, and if we can launch any sort of sneak attack. But since the Songhai do have control of the seas, a sneak attack will prove quite difficult. Anyways, this is the last turn, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks DPSbot for temporarily subbing in for Arabia. Maybe you'll be able to play next week if you want. I don't know if playing Arabia is the most exciting. Then again, Germany might not be the most exciting either. So thank you to Connie Fixit for being a good sport there. And perhaps next week we'll try having either JL109 or Pimping Bone host the game and see if that helps with our lag issues. And whenever the Songhai do decide to finish their turn, we'll go and save the game. And it will be the actual end of this episode. Alright, cool. So, menus, save game, save, return to game, go and make sure we have that. Turn 207, good. Alright. Oops, no. Return to game. And that concludes part 6 of our Thursday night multi-session. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And thanks to those of you enjoying the archive. Primeval is signing